I am Jackie Elmer, and I'm thrilled to be discussing this particular topic with you because it is one of my favorite. And what we're going to talk about is your daily routine, the importance of it, and how to create a consistent daily routine, because it's so very important that we have this. This is so often what creates the difference between success and failure. And I know that because I'm speaking truly from experience, my own experience of just winging it. Okay. You may be able to relate to that. I spent probably the first 5 years, honestly, in my business, 5 to 6 years in my business, literally winging it about every day. Now, I had some success, fortunately, because I was fairly consistent at winging it, but I had no plan. I shouldn't even say that. It's not even that I was consistent at winging it. I just learned to push through some of my fears at different points throughout my business. And that took me ultimately to success. But boy, if I could go back and talk to my younger self from my future self, from where I am today, looking back, I would say, get busy, get over yourself, get past your own ego, get past your own limiting beliefs and fears and hesitations, and just get out there and talk to more people, create a win-win, find out what matters to them. So with that, let me ask you a question as we get started with that. And that is, how would you like to have a very powerful experience? What would create an amazing experience for you right now watching this webinar, going through this and learning more about setting up your consistent daily routine? So the first question, beyond that question, I'd love for you to think about that for a minute and write that down. But my question for you is, how do you begin your day? I want you to think about that because this is so critical, so very important. How do you begin your day? Typically, now I know it's going to vary a little bit, but for the most part, what does your day consist of when it gets started? Do you wake up to an alarm? Do you just wake up? What are the thoughts that go through your mind? What are those first action steps that you take? Most of us have a daily routine that we get our day started with, right? Just our whole physical and emotional routine that we get our day started with. So I want you to think about that and jot that down too. And then I want you to think about, very often, that first step of the day. What are those thoughts, feelings, and emotions that come up for you? And then what are those first action steps that you take? Now, I have the word enough here written on the screen. And the biggest reason for that is because we often start our day feeling shortchanged. We didn't get enough sleep. There's not enough time this morning to eat a healthy breakfast, to spend quality time in our relationships. There's not enough time to get our business strategy lined out, to know what it is that we're going to post and share out there on social media. So think about that word enough and what that means to you, and how you typically start your day in terms of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, because this is so important to how the rest of your day is going to run. You either get to be in charge of your day. So that saying, either you run the day or the day runs you. This is so critical. So I like to start my day, and you know this, I start my day with a morning routine. And this is my self-coaching tool for success. First thing I do before I even get out of bed is I weigh in on my emotional state. What's the one emotion that comes to mind for me? And that word enough. Am I tired? Am I motivated? Am I determined? Am I frustrated? Am I overwhelmed? How am I feeling before I even get out of bed, before my feet hit the floor? And I think about that, and I weigh in on my body, and I ask myself, what is this about? Where is this coming from? If you will just ask yourself the question and listen, you will so often get the answer. So I ask myself that. And then one of the first things I like to do is get out of bed and grab my journal and write that down. I write the date, and then I write the emotion, and then I write whatever comes to mind for me that I'm feeling around that. And then I go through the rest of my morning routine with my thought downloads, okay, my visualization and affirmations. And I usually do that in my journal. One of the things that I do, I'm not so great at closing my eyes and visualizing my perfect day. And I'm not so great at repeating affirmations. But what I am really good at is writing out through my thought downloads, writing out those affirmations. I like to pick 10. If only one works for you, pick one. If 5 work for you, pick 5. If you just want a free flow write for 20 minutes, do that. But I create my affirmations along with my visualization and I write it in my journal. And when I do this, it gets my mind engaged, gets my hand engaged in writing it. It gets my heart, it gets all of me centered and engaged in creating those affirmations for success, that visualization for success, and weighing in and shifting my emotion to the emotional state where I want it to be if in fact I'm being derailed by a negative thought that I'm starting with. So I really want to encourage you to do that. And then I can get out and start my day. So I try, and I say try because I'm not perfect, I try not to start my day with hopping on email or hopping on social media or any of that. Now, sometimes I will get up because I have a pre-set up post for Instagram or something like that. And I will get started with that pretty early, but I don't spend time in the news feed. There's a difference between getting in and getting out with social media and doing those passive marketing, those income producing activities through passive marketing. And that's what that is, getting that content out there to share to attract and engage your audience. There's a difference between that and then getting bogged down and distracted and caught up in the news feed. And I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I've said this before too. It's so important that you use a calendar for success. I've shown this before, but this is just a calendar that I picked up. This is old. This is from 2017. I think I bought this for like 50 cents at Office Max. It was on their closeout table. And I thought, it doesn't matter what year it says. It doesn't even matter the day of the week. I can use this to write out my content strategy. So I'm working on that now for this next year. As of this recording, it's November 13th as I'm recording this, and I'm already working hard on my content strategy for the entire 2022. I want to have that done. Okay, I want to have that done, honestly, in the next 2 weeks for the most part, the outline of it written. That gives me the flexibility then. Well, first of all, it gives me that hard, fast knowing that I have a plan, I have a strategy, and that eliminates the mental clutter that goes on in my mind when I'm thinking, what am I going to do for January? First of all, what's 2022 going to look like? What am I going to do for January? What am I going to do for February? When are my launches going to be? What am I doing with this? Who am I going to be contacting? All of those things create mental clutter when I don't have it done. So sitting down and creating that, putting it on my calendar gives me a strategy with dates, with themes. Okay. I like to do themes of the month, themes of the week, themes around my Street Smart Wealth Academy. What's in there, the content that's in there, and knowing that my aligned client, my perfect aligned client, the people who need what I offer are looking for that particular content. So that's an important part of it. So I get out first I write my strategy, then I get it plotted in my calendar, and now I pre-schedule as much of it as I can, as much of it as I possibly can. I get it pre-scheduled, and then I create that execution, which means every day, all I have to do is look at that calendar, look at what I've created in my personal manifesto and my marketing manifesto, and I know exactly what I'm going to be putting out there. And now all I have to do is execute on it. That's it. So this is just a content plan sample. I've shared this before. This is certainly in the Street Smart Wealth Academy. It's also one of my downloads. I don't have it with me right now, but I will get that together and be sending that out there, because part of what I'm working on for my strategy for 2022 are those offerings that I'm going to have on my podcast, on my YouTube videos, on my Facebook Live, to my email list of different opportunities for people to access my free content that helps them, that actually gives them some tools that they can use that then also will bring them in to my funnel, my marketing funnel, and my launch strategy. So that's just a content plan sample. This is just a sample. Could be anything for you, but this is just an idea. Okay. And then, of course, I have my content posting plan. I'm going to put that content in there, track it, write it in my calendar. So again, I have that strategy. I've released the mental clutter of wondering what I'm going to do. And now all I have to do on a daily basis is execute on it. So start the day right. That's a big part of it. Start the day right. And as I say, be kind to your mind. Now, SAVERS is an acronym that Hal Elrod of the Miracle Morning uses, and it stands for silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. So for me, that's silence, which for me is meditating. It's clearing my mind. It's weighing in on my body first. What's the emotional state that I feel? And in the silence, asking the question. There are several questions I ask. If I wake up and I'm in a negative state of emotion, feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, tired, anxious, whatever it is, then I quiet my mind. And in the silence, I ask myself, where is this coming from? Where is this emotion coming from? And I wait for the answer. And then I ask myself, what's the better feeling emotion that I want to shift me into the energy space that I need to set up my day for the success that I want? Now, if I start the day with a positive emotion, then in the silence, I ask myself, what is right for me today? What is it I need to know? What is it I need to do? What's that download that's going to come to me? So that's what I do in the silence. And then, of course, I get into, I mix mine up. I don't follow this in the order, but the last S is scribing, which for me is journaling. So after I sit in the silence and I get my journal out, that's when I do my thought downloads. That's when I do the A, the affirmations, the V, the visualization. Now, one of the things that I like to do is start my morning, ideally with 10 to 15 minutes of stretching and yoga. I don't accomplish that every day, but I like to start with that because it gets my body and mind working together. It gets my body energized and ready to go. It releases stiff muscles and all of that. So that's something that I really like to do. And I try to do first thing in the morning. And then reading could be, 10 to 15 minutes out of a motivational book, a marketing book, whatever it is, whatever reading is for you. That also can be listening to a podcast or listening to a book on tape or something like that. So that R for me is listening and or reading. It's learning, it's self-improvement, it's self-development. So that's how I use SAVERS. So I want to recommend to you again. And one of the questions comes up, does it have to be first thing in the morning? Well, for me, my peak performance time is first thing in the morning, but I also know this helps me get my day started right. So I don't like to spend too much time doing this. And I'm an early riser. So I'm usually up around 5 o'clock, sometimes a little before, I hate to admit it, and sometimes a little bit later, but usually I'm up within the 5 a.m. range, somewhere in there. So I like to get my mindset work done. And then I like to get right into my peak performance activities because my energy level, my zone of genius, everything is exactly as it needs to be when I'm putting that out there. So that's the right time for me. You have to figure out what works best for you. I don't believe that there's a cut and dried right or wrong, only one way to do this because all of our bodies are different, right? Bio-individuality. Some people need more sleep. Some people are night owls. Some people are morning people. You know you do you. Okay. So figure out what works best for you. Now, around this whole thought process for me is always my 5 F's, my faith, family and friends, fun, fitness, and finance. I'm incorporating all of that into my silence and meditation, my thought downloads, my affirmations and visualization, reading and self-improvement, okay, and certainly scribing, my journaling, okay? So all of this comes in. Now, does that mean every single day all 5 F's are in that box? No, some days are different. Some days I may wake up really needing to work on my mindset, which is my faith, really needing to get into the space of that. Sometimes I may have a relationship that's out of whack or one that I just want to nurture and encourage. I'm going to spend the bigger part of the day with that. Could be a personal relationship, could be a business relationship. Fun. I try to make fun and bring fun into everything that I'm doing. Fitness, I've shared this before. Fitness to me is a word that incorporates everything. I want to be fit in my mindset, fit in my faith, fit in my relationships, my family and friends, fit in the fun that I have. Okay. Fit certainly in my physical body, my movement and my meals. Okay. So that type thing. And then certainly fit in my finances. And then finance, that's my business, my career, my coaching program, the programs that I do, but it's also investment, security, all of that. So those are my 5Fs, my value bucket areas. You have to decide what those are for you. And then from there, what are those SDAs, those single daily actions, or DMO, daily method of operation, or you make up the acronym that works for you. These are the two that work for me, of those things we need to be doing to move our business forward. For me, those are involved with active conversations and passive marketing. Active conversations, I'm either working one-to-one with a coaching client, or I am working in a group coaching environment, just like this call, or I am having an active conversation with a potential coaching client, okay? Or I'm having an active conversation with a potential referral somebody who could refer me. Whatever it is, those are my active conversations. And I like to have a good number of those on my calendar each week. Passive marketing, that's my content strategy. Those are the things that I do to put myself out there to get noticed, to become the hunted, to build my audience, build the awareness, build the engagement, build the interest, and ultimately build the business through bottom line sales. Okay, so those are the two things that always have to be in my single daily actions and my daily method of operation, or at least those things that I'm striving for. So that includes content shares. What's my content strategy? I already talked about that. I'm working on that for all of 2022. Having that in place sets me up for success because I know how to execute on my plan on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Now, new things come up, something new happens, whatever, that's great. I have plenty of flexibility because I have that strategy. It gives me the flexibility to add more in, to replace things, to do whatever it is that I need to do. But I've actually blocked the time now to prepare for 2022. You'd be amazed. 30 minutes a day now. This is November 13th. That gives you, basically 45 days, a little bit over 45 days to begin to plan out all of next year. So you think about that. If you plan it a week at a time, that's 52 weeks. We've got 45 days. So you're going to have to double up a little bit on some of these. But guess what? Some of it's going to be shampoo, rinse, and repeat. Maybe you write a monthly strategy, okay? And you're going to use that each and every month. Okay. So, or you write a weekly strategy and you're going to duplicate that. Maybe you're going to write a 90-day strategy, let's say. So that's 13 weeks. Okay. So it'll only take you 13 days if you sit down and you write out a strategy for the week in one day. Block an hour, write out your strategy for that week. And then you shampoo, rinse, and repeat. You simply duplicate that. Now, more of our goals, we meet people. We have to constantly be adding to our database, our contact base, all right? Those people who might be right for our business or might be great to refer people to our business. We meet people, we share our unique solution, okay? What's the transformation that people can expect to experience by working with you, trying your product, whatever it is. And then we ultimately invite them to experience that transformation in some way, shape, or form. You have to work that out for yourself. Are you going to do a consultation call with them? That's a great example of inviting them to experience it. That's also part of sharing your solutions. But at the end of that, you want to invite them into the experience. All right, so this is just an example of what I do. Create content that your aligned client identifies with, will categorize or label themselves as. Okay, let that sink in. Create content that your aligned client identifies with, categorizes themselves, or labels themselves as. Now, hold on to that thought, pause the video or watch this the second time around so that you can pause this and come back to it. But through that, this is what I'm always reminding myself. This is who my aligned client is. I help social sellers build a thriving business without annoying family, friends, and strangers. Okay. From that, one of the things that I focus on in creating that content are my 4 pillars. Okay. My 4 pillars of success in the Street Smart Wealth Academy. And those are mindset, my messaging, my marketing, and then my management of all of that. So mindset's important, messaging, marketing, and management. And I know that my ideal clients, my aligned clients, are lacking in most cases, all of these areas to some extent, or certainly the biggest bulk of them. So they struggle with mindset from time to time. They struggle with their messaging. They're struggling with their marketing, the who, what, when, where should I be? How many times, blah, 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 blah. And then they struggle with the management of putting all that together so that they're productive. And at the end of the day, they have the success that they want. So all of my content is going to be created around tapping into those 4 pillars, those challenging areas that I know my audience is listening for, so they can raise their hand and say, yes, that describes me. I have fears. I have lack of confidence. I have comparanoia. I have imposter syndrome. That's mindset. I don't know what to share. All I'm doing is resharing my company images or what this leader's doing or, what I had for dinner or whatever. I don't know what to share out there to create interest. That's a struggle with messaging. And then marketing. Well, since I don't know what to share, then I'm not really doing my marketing. I don't know which social media platforms to be on. Where am I going to get the most engagement? What should I be doing? Okay, so that's a marketing challenge. And then ultimately, that all becomes a time management and productivity challenge, because if you don't have the mindset right or the messaging and know what to put out there to attract that right aligned client, you're going to fall down on your marketing, and ultimately your calendar is going to be blank, and you're not going to be productive, and you're not going to have a mastery over your time management. So all of my content is created around these 4 buckets. Make sense? I hope. So I like to address people right where their thoughts are. We all have thoughts, and we want to be very specific in those thoughts so that we attract our aligned client. People are feeling overwhelmed. Well, that's pretty vague. Are they overwhelmed with content and messaging, marketing? Are they overwhelmed with their calendar and juggling it all with family and commitments and jobs? They're confused. Okay, confused by what? What's confusing? What's confusing? Because that is such a big, broad category. I want to dial that in and speak directly to those areas that I know they're confused over. They're scared. Okay, scared about what? Scared to put themselves out there on social? Scared to shoot a video? Scared to go live on Facebook? Scared to do a selfie? What's the worst that can happen? Okay, the worst that can happen is the emotion that we're afraid we're going to feel if we get a nasty comment or we feel rejected or whatever. The question is, can you survive if you do end up feeling that worst emotion? Can you survive it? And most times the answer is yes. In fact, if you're here, the answer is yes, because you've survived every emotion, every negative emotion that you've ever felt. So I like to address the what I should be doing wheel of death. That's where my aligned client falls. They've got a what I should be doing, but they're not. Okay, so they're caught on that wheel of death of what I should be doing. Now, if this describes you, please go through the academy. The academy will help you address all of these. Please reach out for help, support, whatever. But this is just to share with you what I'm doing and what I'm creating in my content that I'm sharing out there. Now, it really all comes down to mastering practice. None of us get it right 100% the first time, and that's okay. Okay, that's okay. But we master practice when we just get started, okay? When we try something and test it, when we tweak it, and we keep going with consistency so that we can learn from our mistakes, learn from our trials, learn what worked, learn what didn't work, and then tweak it along the way, but keep being consistent. That's how you master the practice of the skill. So a final note to make it simple for your calendar and your daily routine, batch your content creation together based on your value buckets. Okay. So batch your content creation based on your value buckets, based on your unique solution, based on your pillars. So if I'm working on mindset, I'm going to plot that into my strategy. I'm looking at this 12-month calendar, or let's just say I'm looking at a 90-day calendar. Okay, I've got 4 pillars. Got mindset. Okay, I've got messaging, I've got marketing, and I've got management of time and productivity. How am I going to plot those in on my calendar, okay, based on my unique solution that I offer people and those pillars? And then I'm going to batch together my content creation around that. Because when I'm talking mindset, I'm on a roll with that. So in one day, I might shoot 4 videos that I'm going to use out on social media, that I'm going to use on YouTube, that I'm going to use for my podcast, that I'm also going to, use in my stories and my reels, whatever it is. I'm going to get busy and do all of that because I'm in the mindset mode. And then I'm going to talk about messaging, and I'm going to figure out what that's going to be. And I'm going to batch that content creation together based around that. This will allow your productivity to fly so much easier when you do this. Okay. It allows that productivity to fly so much easier and faster when you do this. So again, go back to your pillars, your unique solution, your value buckets, the transformation that you offer, figure out what all is encompassed in that, and get that charted out on your content calendar. And then, of course, we're going to save it, we're going to store it, and we're going to repurpose it. You've seen my marketing manifesto. You've seen my personal manifesto. You've seen that I have it in my Google Drive. In my Google Drive, I have folders. I have these on my computer too, but I like to have this content in my Google Drive so that wherever I am on the go, if I'm in Nashville, if I'm in Florida, if I'm soon to be in North Carolina, where my son is now, it doesn't matter. I don't even have to have my computer with me. I can do all of it through my phone. I store images. I create quick images. I can shoot a selfie, whatever. But I have the bulk of my messaging and my marketing and that content strategy saved and stored so that I can repurpose it. All right. So that's what I had to share with you. Let me know what questions are coming in. Let me see what I can see here of questions. Okay. The first question I see is, I love this one. How do I balance kids and a job? I get it. I've been there. Let me just say that I have totally been there 100% and understand where you're coming at from there. Let me stop sharing the screen because I don't need to. So we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And there's no doubt, I don't want to downplay the fact that juggling children and a family and all the other obligations is rough. But you have to look at where you spend your time and what your why is, what your priorities are. You have to learn to prioritize your schedule. You have to learn to ask for help. You have to learn to have those tough conversations sometimes that say, this is what I'm working on. This is what I'm doing. I hope that you'll support me in this. I could really use your help, whatever it is. I had to do the same thing. And what I learned to do is I poured myself into my children first, if at all possible. I wasn't perfect. Not going to try to pretend that I was perfect at it, but I poured myself into my children first, into my family, and then I used the time that was left. Once I had fed them, then I learned to have that conversation that said, all right, mom needs to work on her business now. I need 30 minutes. I tried not to make it too unrealistic. And again, this really is determined by the age of your children. Now, I don't know how long you've been following me, but way back when my daughter was playing on the tennis team and I was a tennis driver, we would get there 45 minutes before the tennis match. I would sit in my car and shoot videos. I didn't care. Honestly, the lighting was perfect. It was direct light coming through the windshield. It was perfect. I knew what my topics were. And I would just sit and crank out little 3-minute videos to use. They didn't have to be perfect. I was speaking to people. I was speaking life into people, speaking my passion and my ability to know that I could help and coach them to the success that they wanted. So I didn't worry about everything else being perfect. This was way before Facebook Live or any type of live existed. So I would make those quick videos. I'd put them on YouTube, put them on my blog, shoot them out in my emails. I would do all of that to begin to engage people in that content. So look at your calendar, get tough on yourself. Your biggest tough love for you is what you have to do. And as I was taught by one of my mentors, Jan Rue, who looked at me and said, are you making your children your why, or are you making them your excuse? And dang, if she didn't nail it. I was being all whiny about how I didn't have a lot of time. And then when I reflected on the fact that she built a business with 3 small children as a single mom, going through a 6-figure divorce, meaning 6 figures in debt over an ugly divorce. So that was a piece of tough love that I needed from her, but it did wake me up to say, oh my gosh, stop whining and figure out what you can do with the time that you have available. So hopefully that makes a difference for you. All right, next question. Making the time to plan. I'm having a challenge finding the time to plan. Well, you'll never find the time. You have to make the time. And it kind of goes back to the same thing. What is it costing you to keep saying, I don't have time to do this? And what's your buy-in for that? What is your buy-in for that? How is it costing you? And what's your buy-in for not making the time that will free you up from so much more time later on? So that's the thing. You can pay now or you can pay later. I'm a big advocate of that. Pay now or pay later. Which is it that you want to do? Which is it that you want to do? For me, I had resistance to doing what I needed to do for a very long time. And the payoff to me was ultimately that my business didn't grow, that I didn't have the success. And I spiraled in this drowning cycle of, oh, poor me, when is it ever going to work for me? But once I really slapped myself aside the head and said, this is what I want for my life, and I'm not taking no for an answer, and I'm going to quit making excuses, and I'm just going to get it done. And I buckled down. The times when I had resistance, which to this day, I still have resistance doing things. I still do. This call is on a Saturday morning. I have resistance often on a Saturday morning. It's beautiful outside. It's like, oh, just want to sit outside with my coffee or take a walk. That's not serving my audience. It's not serving my ideal clients. It's not serving my end goals. And it's not serving the commitment that I've made, not only to myself, but others who are dependent on me. So who's looking at you for success, not the least of whom is yourself? Make the time. You'll never find the time. As I mentioned, set aside 30 minutes to an hour a day and just start working on that content plan. Start writing your story. Start using the prompts that are in there for how to write your story and get it out there. So that was some tough love on that. All right. Next question, journaling and thought downloads. It seems so silly to me. I'm not a good writer and I've never used a journal. Okay. I have, and I'm a big fan of journaling, and I get that you're not, and that's fine. But what I'm going to tell you is, what if you just changed your thinking around that for 30 days? What if you just shifted to, I may not be a good writer, but I keep hearing people say there's something to this. What if you shifted your thought to, I'm just going to get up every day and write down 10 ideas, 10 things, whatever it is that pops into my mind? What if you just tried that for 30 days? Or rather, let me just say, will you try that for the next 30 days? Let go of the resistance. Let go of the story that you've made up in your mind that you're not good at this, won't be good at this, aren't going to do this, whatever it is. Let go of that story that you've made up in your mind around that and just make up a new story that says, I'm doing this for 30 days. I'm just going to grow and evolve into this. I know a lot of people who've had success with it. And so there's no reason why I won't have that success too. That's what I'm going to encourage you to do. Shift that story that you're telling yourself, which is all it is. It's a thought and it's a belief that you've made up for yourself, but it's not a fact. Your thoughts aren't facts. Your beliefs aren't fact unless they're true 100% of the time. And if you haven't tested it fully, you don't know that it's true 100% of the time. Am I right? Or am I right? I think I'm right. All right. So that's what I'm going to say for you. Just tell yourself a new story for the next 30 days. Get up and just start journaling, start doing a thought download. Just ask yourself, what are 10 ideas that I have for my life? Not just for your business. What are 10 ideas that I have? Maybe you want to run a marathon. Maybe you want to improve a relationship. Maybe you want to build your business. Whatever it is, I try to incorporate all of my ideas into my 5 bucket areas. That's what I focus on. That's what I'm going to recommend for you too. I hope that you will take away from this the importance of a daily routine, the importance of starting your morning off in a way that's going to set you up for success and lead you to the place that you most want to be. And if you haven't joined me in the Street Smart Wealth Academy, why not? We're going to take all this and break this down. You're going to learn those 4 pillars for success. I'm going to ease you into those 4 pillars for success where we're going to address your mindset and your mind drama and your stinking thinking and all of that. We're going to craft out your messaging. Even if you think you're not a great writer, I'm going to show you how you're powerful in the story that you have, the story that you tell, and I'm going to help you craft that using power verbs and headlines and all the things that jazz that up. We're going to create that personal manifesto. From there, we're going to put that into your marketing manifesto so that you release the mind drama around what to do, what to share, how to create an audience, who's going to create engagement, who's going to comment on this, who's going to do what, who's going to do what. So we're going to get that marketing piece done. And then we're going to put that into a time management and productivity piece that's going to rock your world and create that lifestyle business that you want. Go to streetsmartwealthacademy.com, learn more, take the inside tour, a sneak peek at what we offer. And if you want to schedule a call with me, you'll see where to do that right there. Make it a great day.